It has been a really long time. I've been meaning to come on here and talk to you guys. I just want to insert this little clip before I show you the packing orders, I think, for the shop update. I wanted to talk to you really quickly, but I know this is going to turn into like a 30-minute ramble. So I just wanted to fill you guys in on like what's happening. Because I do like want to talk to you guys on camera, but I just things get in the way. And filming vlogs, like, it can be very time consuming, and there are some moments where I just don't feel like vlogging at all. Even when I'm prepping for shop updates, like, I just want to put headphones on, listen to a podcast, and just like stock things. Or packing orders I always film, but just sometimes my process, if I'm not in the right mental space, I don't quite enjoy vlogging, because it does take up a lot of it just takes a lot of mental energy sometimes, and I don't like, I want to be creative while I'm doing it, and sometimes I just don't have that space to be creative. So I feel like the last month I've been slacking off a little bit with YouTube videos, not of my own accord, like not voluntarily at all. And that's something I do want to focus more on this year. I have so many ideas for videos and content, but it's just, you know how it is. There's just so much you want to do in so little time. So I am just focusing on trying to prioritize everything right now. And there is just so much on my plate right now that I feel like I'm struggling a lot with trying to figure out what to do first, what to do next, and making time for everything. And it's a great place to be at the same time. Like, I am grateful for it, and I want to let you guys know that I am grateful for it, because I talk about this in my Patreon podcasts all the time, but there was a time when my days weren't busy at all. Like, I would struggle to look for things to do. This is before I launched my shop, really. Like, it was very early days, and I would dream about the days where I would be busy and be running around and always have stuff to do. And I'm in that right now, and I can tell you it's not as glamorous as it sounds. It's quite stressful, actually. So now I want to dial it back a bit, and I was working on this past few months, but I definitely am at my best when I'm in the middle between busy but not overwhelmed. But right now, in this very second, I am super overwhelmed. I have just put so much on my plate that I know it's going to get better, so I just need to kind of ride this wave. But I am also really grateful for being busy and all the opportunities and exciting things coming my way. But I just wanted to say, yeah, that was the reason why I didn't vlog very much for this shop update. I did have this like grand idea of like a week in my life for a shop update. No, it doesn't make sense. Like a week in my life planning for a shop update, but I might do that next time. So this is more like a post shop update chat, which I've done with you guys before. The shop update went really well. Thank you so much to my patrons and everyone else who ordered. I'm just so grateful to get orders every time, because there was a time when I wasn't getting any orders, and one order was a big thing. And I know I bring this up a lot, and my patrons, they're no stranger to this because I talk about this all the time. But I love to dwell on the past in a positive way, because I feel like I'm rambling, but I feel like when you're in these really stressful moments, it's really hard to get perspective, because you're so kind of narrowed in, you have tunnel vision. But I always like to remind myself that there was a time when I would be so happy to be where I am now. So giving myself a bit of perspective, I'm always trying to give myself a little slap and be like, you would have loved to be here 2-3 years ago. So even though I am so busy and stressed, it's what I know I always wanted and what I was working towards. I can't really tell you everything right now. My patrons know everything, but I can't really say everything because it doesn't really make sense. I haven't given you guys context, but I just want to say that I am planning more YouTube videos, because YouTube, it's my space. Like, this is where I started posting videos, and I'm so grateful for you guys. And I don't want you guys to think that I'm shying away from YouTube because I'm busy with Patreon and other things. But it's just a matter of making time. And like, I constantly struggle with things all the time, like prioritizing, balancing, making sure I have enough time to do things. Like, the newsletter has like been slacking so much. And I just wanted to share some artist struggles, because I think no matter where you are in your journey, you always have struggles. You always have different kind of struggles, but yeah, there's always struggles. You never reach a point where you're like, I've made it, I'm not stressed anymore, everything just works perfectly. And even with my packaging, as you'll see, I keep going back and forth, and I used to feel embarrassed about changing it, but now I'm just like, it's a part of my learning and growing journey. I'm still trying to experiment with what I want, even though I know what I want my brand to be and how I want it to feel. I think we got to be open to making changes as well. This is kind of turning into an unplanned podcast episode, which I do want to talk about. I have plans to really dedicate time to the unplanned podcast this year. I wasn't very consistent last year. I'm still so grateful that I launched it. I'm still so proud of myself that I got that out there, but consistency is key. I have more interviews planned. I have more topics planned, just like this. The thought of talking on camera always still kind of freaks me out, but like once I start talking, you can't shut me up. Like, look how much I'm talking. So I just need to remind myself that I need to, do some notes for the unplanned podcast and just make sure I have a structure. But it's really easy when you're juggling a bunch of things. It's so easy for things to fall by the wayside. Is that the saying? So this year I'm just really trying to make sure I have a routine or a schedule where all areas of my life that I'm trying to work on, the podcast, the Patreon, the YouTube, the Instagram content, my shop products, and a bunch of other things that I'm trying to work on this year. I just want to make sure that I'm dedicating enough time to everything, because you don't want to stretch yourself too thin that you don't even have the energy to work on anything else. But what was I going to say? Why did I come on here? I think I just wanted to catch up with you guys and tell you that, I'm pretty stressed. I'm pretty stressed with this whole shop update. I have packed most of the orders. There's going to be 2 at the end that you see, like the lighting completely changes because I ran out of time last night. I lost some lighting and I just decided to pack the rest. Each shop update, I'm always trying to improve myself a little bit because there's always room to grow. I can always do things a little bit better, a bit more efficiently. But my main concern right now is YouTube. I'm not publishing vlogs on time anymore, and I'm starting to create a schedule where every Sunday I try to edit, because editing is a whole day thing and it takes me a really long time, also because I'm a little bit extra with it. But I just want to say thank you so much for all your support last year and this year. If you're a new subscriber, hello, I'm Jess. I'm a rambler and I overshare quite a bit. I have a Patreon, let me plug that. I have a Patreon where I do podcasts. I upload digital stickers every month. What else do I do? I have a workshop here that I help with, that I help other creatives and artists with their business, which I'm really proud of, and I'm really working on that. I'm really working on that here because it's my heart and soul. But there's going to be some changes around here. Hopefully some exciting changes. And I just want to say, thank you for all of your support this entire time. I know some of you have been there since Studio Vlog 1, and it's been a wild journey, but I do plan on uploading videos that aren't kind of week-long documenting. I want to do, journal with me's. I want to do a random Q&A if anyone has questions to ask. I don't know, but I want to do way more tutorials. Okay, I know some of you are still waiting for the silhouette tutorial. Honestly, I think about that every day, and I think I'm stressing myself out about that. So I really have plans to start that in February. I promise I have not forgotten about it, and it's just I can't get out of my own head sometimes, and sometimes the enormity of a task overwhelms you that you can't even begin, which is, I have a lot to say about that. But I just wanted to come in here and just let you guys know what's going on with me right now. But I do plan on vlogging more, hopefully not in freaking 10-minute chunks and more throughout the day. But it's been Christmas and the start of January is crazy, and it's hard finding the time to talk, especially when Kevin's working from home as well. But yeah, thank you for sticking with me and not abandoning you can leave me, it's fine. This is a come and go, come as you please, come and go as you please space. And my goal has always been to help other creatives and to create this safe space for other creatives to connect. Connecting with you guys is my utmost priority. Where am I going with this? I don't know, but I think I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to roll the packing orders clips. I still haven't edited the last pack with me from November. And I think I'm still just going to post it anyway, even though it's not relevant. You guys can just check it on in the background. I don't know, guys. I'm a very flustered, scatterbrained. Savannah gave me that word. That's very true. Scatterbrained and person that's always adding too much to their plate. And I'm sure a lot of you can relate to this, but it's just like a person that just gets so excited with new and exciting, shiny things that you kind of let the other things fall by the wayside. So that's me. This is my brain trying to think of more things to talk about, but why? Just sign off. Okay, bye. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy the packing. Bye.